This video introduces learning objectives 11 through 14. They are: Number 11. Understand the limitations related to the use of admissions and confessions at trial. Number 12. Explain the impact of Miranda v. Arizona and other past and current landmark Supreme Court cases on law enforcement interrogation. Number 13. Discuss the best indicators of detecting deception or truthfulness. And number 14. Understand the value of using technological instruments to detect deception. Oh, in case you are wondering, Professor Reese filmed these video segments with his GoPro camera. And no one was eaten alive in the making of this video. The admissibility of confessions and admissions has evolved over time. Before 1936, courts only considered whether a confession was voluntary, but the standard was loosely applied. The landmark case Brown v. Mississippi, 1936, changed that. The Supreme Court ruled that confessions obtained through physical brutality could never be considered voluntary. Since then, the court has reinforced that any coercion, whether physical or psychological, makes a confession inadmissible. In McNabb v. United States, the court ruled that delaying an accused's arraignment could render a confession inadmissible, even if it was otherwise voluntary. This was reaffirmed in Mallory v. United States, 1957. While this rule applied mainly to federal cases, states often required a connection between delay and the securing of a confession. These rulings emphasize that confessions must be both voluntary and obtained under proper legal procedures to be admissible in court. Understanding the legal requirements for interviewing and interrogating suspects is critical for law enforcement. Landmark Supreme Court cases have defined the procedures officers must follow to protect a suspect's constitutional rights. In Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, the court ruled that officers must inform in custody suspects of their rights before questioning. This includes the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. Suspects can choose to remain silent, request counsel, waive their rights and speak, or indicate they do not want to talk. Once a suspect requests counsel, interrogation must stop until an attorney is present, as clarified in Edwards v. Arizona, 1981, and Minnick v. Mississippi, 1990. A valid waiver, on the other hand, must be voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently given. Investigators must recognize that many suspects will not answer questions until an attorney is present. In custody means the person is not free to leave. Interrogation includes any questions or behaviors designed to elicit incriminating statements. Both concepts are critical and must be considered separately. Miranda rights apply to all arrests, including misdemeanors, as confirmed in Bakima v. McCarty. In Berkowitz v. Tompkins, 2010, the court addressed the invocation and waiver of the right to remain silent. Tompkins argued he had invoked his right by remaining silent for over 2 hours, but the court ruled that silence alone does not invoke the right. Similarly, Salinas v. Texas clarified that simply staying mute does not automatically protect a suspect from self-incrimination. These rulings highlight the importance of officers understanding Miranda rights, the conditions of in-custody interrogation, and the proper procedures for ensuring a suspect's statements are admissible in court. Detecting deception is a critical skill for investigators. People who lie or conceal crimes often struggle to feel comfortable, and their tension can be observed in their behavior. Investigators must be aware of how their own behavior affects the person being interviewed. Comfort can be seen in natural, synchronized nonverbal behaviors, like mirroring body language, leaning, crossing arms or legs similarly, which signals ease and openness. Discomfort appears when someone dislikes the situation, what they hear, or is forced to reveal information they want to hide. Pacifying behaviors, like fidgeting, touching the face, or shifting posture, are used to self-calm. While not definitive proof of deception, these behaviors provide clues. To detect deception, investigators should observe pacifying behaviors and note changes from baseline. Allow the person to relax before questioning. Ask questions, pause, and watch responses. Focus on specific behaviors such as lack of hand emphasis, swearing to truthfulness, or adopting the rogatory position. By carefully observing comfort, discomfort, and pacifying behaviors, investigators can gain valuable insights into a person's truthfulness and better interpret their responses during an interview. Investigators have several technological tools to help detect deception, each designed to assess truthfulness in suspects, victims, and informants. The polygraph measures physiological responses that may indicate deception. It records changes in cardiovascular patterns, breathing, and skin resistance, such as sweat on the fingertips, to determine if someone is being truthful or untruthful. Computer Voice Stress Analysis, CVSA, was developed in 1988 and evolved from the Vietnam-era Psychological Stress Evaluator. CVSA detects microvariations in both audible and inaudible parts of a person's speech, helping investigators identify potential stress or deception in their responses. By combining polygraph and voice stress analysis, investigators can gain valuable insights into a person's truthfulness, aiding the investigative process. Effective investigation relies on understanding human behavior, recognizing signs of comfort and discomfort, and being aware of the legal requirements that protect suspects' rights. Investigators must observe verbal and nonverbal cues, detect possible deception, and use tools like polygraphs or voice stress analysis when appropriate. Properly applied, these methods provide valuable insight into truthfulness. By combining keen observation, sound legal practices, and technology, law enforcement can gather accurate information, protect the innocent, and ensure justice is served. Have a great day.